Directly killed somebody, I think.
It was an oopsies.
I wonder why.
Oops, I ripped your throat out. My bad.
Oopsie, I wasn't myself. I'm sorry I ripped your throat out.
I'm sorry
Is she really sorry? I mean, does she really regret it? Or
About
just
Iris, yeah, she probably does.
Yeah.
Iris, yes, because Iris healed him.
Makeshift healer, ho!
Prove you're valuable to 7 and you won't be killed by 7.
Hey!
Unless 7 gets possessed or mind controlled, and then all bets are off.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna get me some tea to stay awake. 7, don't get possessed and kill somebody.
How common is it to get possessed and kill people?
I don't know if it's an adventuring party. Very highly possible.
Oh no.
Well, let's just say that the ability's at will, and unless you make the save, it can happen forever and ever and ever, on and on and on. I mean to say that only prolongs it for 24 hours before they can try again.
I thought.
Oh, okay. When do they go away?
Never. Gotta perform an exorcism.
The ghost can only truly be killed in D&D if their spirit is put to rest by performing some kind of either ceremony or activity to put its spirit at rest, either getting revenge or returning something, or otherwise basically destroying its essence permanently. Otherwise, destroying the creature gives it a percentage, gives it basically a fort save roll kind of thing to not remanifest after 24 hours or 1d4 days or whatever it is. And it only fails on a 1.
Fuck.
So if you kill him 20 times, you're guaranteed to permanently get rid of it. Of course, if we're looking at that number, you killed him once and he killed 2 of you guys. You guys don't have the number to survive that.
We're also assuming statistics actually apply.
Yeah.
Wait, what am I doing? But yeah, like I said,
we all know statistics don't apply because of how many times we've gotten double 20s and almost killed people. Or killed people.
Yeah.
We're not even going to go there. That's ridiculous.
Slowly pulls out Takumu's body.
Or how many times I've had it on an uncritical creature.
I know!
Whoa, I'm ready to start.
I can technically fix that, but I don't have the equipment for it at the moment.
Well, picking up where we left off, it was basically a little less. You guys have the night of the event, and then you have next day to pretty much set out. So you have pretty much a day before. And oh yeah, dead people. Heather's getting 8. Little by little, Iris is being put to rest, and both of their heads were chopped off and their equipment gathered of value. Heather also had like 4 daggers, if you cared. I'm not sure if I mentioned that last time, to be taken off of her.
Are they magic daggers?
They're masterwork quality.
They can be magic daggers, but they're not magic daggers.
No.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh! 7 carrying a dagger in its mouth would be so fucking precious.
Or scary as fuck.
I think there was mention about that last time where you guys linked a wolf holding a sword in its mouth.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Sif. When 7 borrowed the sword.
And
Yeah.
meanwhile,
Borrowed.
Ash and Bill are just mourning over the mutilated deaths of those 2.
Mm-hmm. As you pretty much carry on a conversation with Bill.
Zombie assassins!
Early morning. Bill's like, I can't believe she's gone. She was so nice, helpful. What are we going to do for magical aid?
I don't know. She was so amazing. Wait, maybe that's why they killed her. They knew that she was going to be a problem. That's why they sent her those zombies assassins after her.
Who would do that? And wait, zombie assassin? Are you sure it wasn't someone present in the group, or maybe some angry undead who came up through the ground? We didn't barricade the entrance behind us. Maybe someone came walking up and killed him.
Her head's been cut off. It's blood and bloody everywhere.
I can. Estelle's watching all of this while just holding her head. She's like,
I don't think you can even hear us. Can you hear us from 50 feet away?
If you're being loud enough and everything else is quiet in the middle of the night, it's possible she could overhear a little bit of your conversation and
Unless if-
whispers.
like, if you're doing like loud whispering, like, oh my god, can you believe that?
I was about to say, y'all, well, Shig lost his wisdom. I don't see him being all, quiet about it, considering
Yeah.
that.
Throwing
Right.
hands up in the air and yelling in the open
Exactly.
area.
I
It
expect
echoes.
a ghetto-ass black woman screaming throughout the entire church.
Yeah, no, get
Oh,
that shit.
lordy, lordy, the world is ending, the cleric is dead.
Oh, lordy, lordy. Oh god, what was that?
That was you
Southern
opening your
accent
mouth,
coming out.
girl.
Hallelujah! Save the spirit!
Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. Now let's go and annihilate some undead.
But yeah, Ash is just basically just warning and yelling and screaming that Iris and Heather are dead. There might be zombie assassins. They were torn to
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
no. Estelle is going to be face palming the entire time this is happening.
At this point,
my
Doug will
God.
pretty much just roll over again and wake up and be like, what'd I miss?
A lot of things.
At which point he'll get filled in and his remark will be, man, we should really do something about that in the morning. Man, what a waste of a good body. Goes back to sleep.
Oh my god. What? What?
wow, what an asshole.
Holy
He's
fuck.
super tired, and then it's just dang, they were kind of good looking. Oh well.
Wow, what an asshole.
Maybe I should kill him in his sleep. God damn.
Don't
If
piss
you
off
haven't
the
realized,
ghost, maybe.
Doug's all about Doug. Do I
He
look
just-
good? Is my hair in the right place? I'm strong. I've got muscles. I can brandish an axe. Are you looking at me? Are you paying attention?
Oh my god. Please tell me that he is gestalted with some sort of bard.
He's
That
not
would-
gestalt at all.
Oh.
But he does have a decent charisma for a crappy fighter.
Wait, he's fighter? He's not even barbarian?
Nope. He's,
Oh damn.
He's fighter.
That
And
personality,
he
I'd
has
have thought
the
bard.
attitude of a barbarian.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking more of an attitude of a bard.
No, barb.
Well, his int and wisdom isn't absolutely the best, you could say. So,
His wisdom's probably higher than some of the rest of us.
Hey!
Possibly. Possibly.
Wait. 14?
Wisdom?
Forget, girl. Sam has an 8.
That'd be true, that'd be true.
Okay, so Estella,
Yes.
look at how many people are in this chat. Sam has an 8. Me and Ash have a 7.
Oh god.
And that leaves you.
Oh god. I am the straight man.
Yeah.
Took you this long to realize it?
Oh my god.
Let's see. Doug has a 10 int, 8 wisdom, and 16 charisma for a fighter.
Oh god.
God.
Why
He has
was
a
he not a
17
bard?
Strength.
Why? 17. Bard! Yeah,
He
I
missed
gotta-
his vocational classes because he got lost one day. And some guy told him, hey, want to join the military? He said, sure, I'm not doing anything. Probably how that conversation went.
Oh god, this sucks. Well,
You think?
If any of you guys have seen Shrek, kind of think loosely of Prince Charming. How egotistical and self-serving he was.
out of all the Shrek sequels, the second one was the best.
Oh my god.
I don't
So,
remember
loosely-
them all in order.
Very tinily, a little bit like that.
Alright then. I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea before I
Shank
throw
My favorite
it at
character
y'all.
in Shrek was Donkey.
Oh yeah, agreed.
Alright, back to the game, people.
Yes. So,
Michael, after compiling gear, stowing gear, I'll poke 7 to leave the body alone, and then I will gather up the remains and go around the building through one of the side entranceways, like down here, some shit.
Okay, very back, kind of kitchen, storehouse, eatery, like the kitchen area. Yeah.
Yeah, find a spot that's kind of off to the side, secluded, and with plenty of ventilation. And then take some of these rotted wood barrels, pile them up, and kind of do like a little funeral pyre.
Okie dokie. So on with the body burning.
Uh-huh.
Boop.
It's at night, so I don't have to worry about the smoke.
All right. Grab a large barrel and 2 large chairs and break those up, plus any other wood debris that's probably just laying around from the ceiling or walls, and burn them near the entrance. Well, that little side open area so the smoke can file out.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Because no zombie, no skeleton, no undead, fuck that noise, and give Iris a proper funeral pyre because she's Cleric of Palor, which is sun, which I believe they get rid of their dead by cremation, so that's what Sam's going with. She'll say a prayer over the bodies for each individual, hoping that Iris goes into Palor's welcoming hands, that Heather goes to wherever Heather is supposed to go.
Did you strip them of their clothes?
Why would I take
Now
them off
that's just cloth to help them burn.
yeah, I was gonna say, why Sam has no reason to take their clothes. I know what we talked about, Squeaky, but it's one of those Sam has no interest in the clothes.
Not to mention they're mostly covered in blood too, especially like Iris with her throat torn out.
They're kind of made a mess of them, girl.
That's not my problem, but he is more than willing to sit there and lick the blood off.
Yeah. If you guys ever run out of food, Seven's not going to be the first one who gets ate or dies.
I have my own. I have
Running
my
out of
own
food's not a
food
problem
bank.
for me.
Me either.
Just saying.
Running out of water's not a problem either.
So you guys will get done with that and take care of the bodies off to the side.
Yes.
Alrighty. What next? Back to sleep. Get ready for all kinds of other fun activities.
Well, what time of night is it?
See, that was second and third watch when the shenanigans happened. So, out of the 4 watches you've got, so that would put it up like 2 in the morning.
That means I wouldn't be able to. Fuck! I can't do that. If I burn my spells now, I won't have them for the fight, which is when I need them. Because Sam and 7 set off to intercept the next day, correct?
That's when the boss had the idea of everyone heading out to meet the enemy on the open battlefield and implement some of your planning to weaken the forces as the group meets them in the open plains and lays waste to them.
And coming into contact will be late the next day or the day after that?
It would be the enemy is about 3 days away, so considering them walking through the night and then you guys walking halfway on the field, you'd be a couple of hours apart during tomorrow midday. You could probably see them coming over the horizon.
Yeah, no, I can't do that because I'm gonna need. Damn it! I'm gonna need all my spells for that. So shit.
If they're not moving quicker, then they could basically meet you at high noon. Or if they're walking slower or get detoured and head off a different direction, you may not see them at all. But likelihood of that is probably very low.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I still don't
think
know
it'll
what the
probably be
fuck did it. So, yeah. Gonna take 7, we're gonna bundle up, and we're gonna go back to sleep in the rest of the room with everybody else.
Okie dokie. So, position yourselves where you'd be sleeping. Bill will go over to here. Walter will just sleep with his back against the wall there. Aaron will just sit right there on that bench. Well, actually, we'll just put him right there in front of the doorway. And Chris and George will sit over there.
George.
All of them will just be in the room with Tom, not
After we
aware
go
of
back,
what's going on.
after we go back to his bench and sleep.
And Doug's asleep. And little buddy will
Doug.
stand over there next to
Asleep again.
Stella,
Stella.
which will soon will go to bed. She would probably go in the room. And little buddy will just come in with her. And as time rolls along, I will have to ask everyone to roll me percentiles.
Oh no.
Because your shenanigans for the so-called night, early morning aren't over yet.
Everyone rolls 1d1.
Now, Michael, I have to ask. Since I resisted his possession, does that mean I still have to roll?
Yes, this is unrelated to the ghost. He's done with his shenanigans for a day.
Okay.
He sort of quelled his vengeance and hunger for the time being.
Probably now he's trying to find out who the fuck's got his sword.
Pretty much.
Idia.
She stepped away for tea.
Sometimes I wish we could make pacts with ghosts and let them have bodies in the long run if they just follow us and not kill us.
We'll just roll for her.
I'm not playing that one of those classes. It is possible to do that, and I'm not.
Yoda would have been useful because he can kill ghosts with his bare hand, but
Well,
You can't kill it, but you can hurt it.
Clerics can command undead, so with a good enough turning check or rebuking attempt, you could control one if you ran across him. Okay, so our winners for the 3:30 a.m. event during the fourth sleep, which, let's see, that's going to bring it to, let's see, that person was dead, so already on watch, already been. All right, that brings it down to Doug and Aaron. Wonderful. And our lucky winners are gonna be, we get Ash and we get Estella.
Dun 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 dun.
wait till
The
it is
moment
back.
when you roll 3 higher than Estella, it actually gets saved.
I rolled higher than everybody, so I was like, I'm right in the middle of the percentage range, so I think I'm good for the most part.
Pretty much. And
Most part.
see if we get a heads up from our two watchdogs. Yeah, I just terrible. They're just no clue. Doug is basically keeping watch over here, and Aaron is keeping watch over here. And sad to say, both of the creatures went right by him.
Wait, both? What?
Yep. Why they didn't kill him when they walked by him is only thanks to percentile rolls.
What did I miss?
I think we're about to die. Lydia, we're in trouble.
You're
Wait,
gonna get
what?
ganked in your sleep.
Again?
I'm gonna need a listen check from Ash and Estella to hopefully wake up before they are pretty much devoured in their sleep.
And what do you mean
Oh,
again?
great.
You haven't been ganked in your sleep yet.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
It actually is.
Wait,
Pretty much
what?
a 10 or higher.
Okay, good.
Thank goodness. Well, on the plus side, you're awake when it happens. So, what happens, and this pretty much happens to both of you at the same time, is you're sleeping and you're having a dream about water all of a sudden, and something's like pulling at your leg while you're sleeping. You're just kind of like kicking at it, and then you feel kind of wet, and then you feel something brush up against your leg, and you open your eyes and you look down, and you see like a pool of blood and bones reaching up and staring at you.
Just
At which
one night.
point, and yes, I had to use them because you guys brought them up. You see basically those.
you. Fuck.
Basically the reanimated, mostly destroyed remains of Heather and Iris have come back to get you guys.
I didn't do anything.
Wait, but their heads were
I
gone.
know exactly why Heather went after Estella. Let's be honest.
Bitch.
Well, you die
She's
on this
just down-
island, you're under the god's curse, you're going to rise up. It's just a matter of when.
She's just jealous because
I tried to
I'm
take
much
precautions. Apparently, it didn't work.
She's
No, you just
jealous.
made them forcefully have to come back as basically a pool of their own blood, ectoplasm, spiritual essence, and broken bones.
Don't
She's
forget
just-
7 saliva.
Ugh.
And 7 saliva.
Heather
so
was
yeah.
just jealous that I was much more beautiful than she was.
Well, if she ends up killing you, you become back as one of her. So then you'll both be pretty together. So I'm going to need initiatives for everyone, and it's pretty much depending on what Ash and Estella do, as they're both prone, and these things are basically sort of like climbing up their legs.
Oh god. I just gonna scream loudly and up for hopefully Bill
You
and
can do that on your turn.
Ash goes scream like a little girl.
Oh my god. Either die
Y'all
by
have seen-
7 or die by 7's mess.
Oh, what was the animated movie El Dorado, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the guy gets surprised and screams like a little girl. That's what I picture for Ash at this moment.
Very manly. Yeah, not bad.
That's just what I picture for Ash when he wakes up.
Little buddy rolls.
Wow, Squeaky,
Yeah.
I'm ahead of you in initiative.
That's bad.
One!
It happens to the best of them.
I only
Yeah,
have
you're-
a 1 bonus.
and yet you're still higher than me somehow.
Because you're shit, Shake.
Ow!
And you're going to get devoured.
I'm numbage.
Before it eats you next.
Not if I chop it
But
into
7
little bitty
eats,
bits.
comes back to eat everyone else.
How do you
Oh my
like
God,
it?
Shut up as we kill these things, okay, guys?
Alright, and I'm just going to put
None of
all of
us-
them on there to represent everyone else under the sun. Because that's probably just easier.
Click a token and roll.
But-
Roll them dice, and don't die.
Earth are those things called?
Oh god, the worst part is Estella's in the other room. We can't see her.
Everybody else has a whopping 4.
Oh my god. I hate you all.
You're the one who
Little
went in
Buddy's
the
got
other
a
room.
22.
Oh, little buddy, help!
And the baddies have doop 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 a 17.
Estella
Nobody help.
still goes first.
Fuck was that?
Mhm.
Fuck was what?
I heard something at my door.
I heard
I don't know.
a beep somewhere.
The beep was from my heater, but I heard a thunk from my door. Fuck.
Casper's
gonna-
like, if you're dealing with undead, I want in.
I'm just gonna turn off my lights.
Okay, creepy.
I don't know what's going on, but whatever.
All right, and little buddy goes first. So, kudos to you, Spider-Man.
Help! Master's getting eaten.
Little buddy was going to eat that.
No, he wasn't.
No, he don't eat people.
He's a good spider.
Let's see, will that hit with his
Right.
bonuses? Probably quite easily because these things have crap for. Oh, they have decent AC actually, except for
You were
without
saying?
Dex. Without Dex, they're pretty easy.
Whoa, he can do all those attacks?
No, just one.
Those are not all attacks. That's initiative.
I never meant it.
Meh, 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 meh.
Me.
Of course, he does max damage, so go, little buddy.
Nobody.
Bite for 7, but no poison because they're undead.
Yeah.
Next up is Estella. What's left of bloody, bone-ridden Heather is grabbing at your leg and basically making a pseudopod with the skull like hanging broken in half and the jawbone sinking
Ugh,
down inside
stop.
of it
I
towards
got
your
it.
face.
I got nope.
Yeah, basically refer to the picture mostly, except for bones more broken.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
Well, I
basically
certainly wanted the explanation.
movie like The Blob.
Guess attack of op if I stand.
Yep. Thankfully, you really don't have to retrieve your weapon except for as a free action.
Yep, that's exactly what you'll do. Stand and
I'm back.
Gonna
attack.
stand up, and it gets the attack of up. And it will take it as Heather will basically pseudopod at you, throwing the bulk of its weight at you.
Okay.
And that is
He wants to give you a hug.
12 to hit your AC. No.
No. No, it
As
doesn't.
basically a large chunk of the bloody slime will reach out, and the bones will stick out of it almost like razor sharp claws and try to rake against you.
The fuck you doing, you bastards?
And you stand up, you manifest blade. What you do now?
Gonna slash at it.
Huh? Got flanking, so +2 to hit.
And then yell, a little help over here. And now I'm gonna go
Listen check from all those everyone else pretty much, because you all are sleeping.
Listen, check, he says. Sam just keeps on sleeping.
Dead to the world.
She's got her fluffy cuddle toy and she is asleep.
It was a good cuddle. You go to slash, and Heather basically just splits in two and then forms back together, and you miss.
Of course.
Their turn. Heather will attempt to basically claw you to death. Luckily, you're not prone anymore, so misses. Meanwhile, Iris over there with Ash, who is prone.
She probably thinks like, "Don't worry, let me comfort you." Try to give me a hug.
They'll basically just loom over the top of your body, sleeping on the bench, and just come down with you as pieces of bone stick out of the ooze and just try to jam down on top of you. Hug of death. 17's gonna hit, and the
Yeah.
10 will almost hit with that -4 you have being prone.
Almost hit.
Well, I'd have to ask, what's your AC without Dex? Because if it's a 14,
14, but I activate the ring.
You're unconscious, you can't.
I was able to. No, I'm not unconscious.
no, he's not
Oh,
unconscious.
he's awake. Never mind. Yeah, he can as immediate. Because the ring
Yeah, so-
is an immediate.
Yeah, so if it's a 14 exactly, then my flat-footed and prone is 14. So I just use it. So I just use it to activate it and make it a 16.
At which point a gust of wind basically pushes her aside as she crashes into the side of the bench and plops back down into a puddle of ooze.
Yeah, but I still take the one hit from the 17.
Yeah, it's basically one stabs you, next one's coming in, and then boom, gets tossed aside and reforms. So yeah, fun stuff there. So you will take whopping 3 plus 1 for claw damage of 4 points. And, because there is an and, You will look down at your leg with where that claw scratched you, and it's wrapped around and it starts pulling you off the bench. It has improved grapple. Make me a grapple check. She doesn't want to let go.
It's like, Ash, don't you remember me? It's me, Iris.
You're an idiot.
Let's see, it's grapple.
Its grapple is probably pretty piss poor, sir. Boom. They actually don't list the grapple number, so one quick reference for me. Okay, not that hard to figure out thanks to strength being what it is. Basically the same as its attack. No, as you basically shake it off from your leg as you knocked it away with the ring, and she reforms. You're not grappled.
Yeah, I assume Heather is just being mean to herself while Iris has no idea what's going on, and she's hurting me with it.
She's lonely and she wants you to join her for all eternity.
Well, at least one bastard is not going to be resurrected.
Sam is sleeping.
Yep.
7 overheard Iris, opens an eye. Spot check.
Oh.
Despite Ash's laying down in the pew and Iris was thrown to the ground, you do see, since you're sitting down underneath the pews, a large clump of what looks like blood and bone. Oh, it's moving. It's like grabbing hold of Ash's leg and he's kicking it off. What the hell? You're pretty sure you heard a Stella too, somewhere over in like this direction. What the hell's going on?
Seven's essentially just going to lick Sam's face until she wakes up.
Full round action. Wake up the Sam. All right. Sam will wake up. That's your turn. Ash, you're
Trying to
prone.
figure out why Seven
Yeah,
is waking her up.
and he stands up.
Okay. Attack of
Okay.
up as you stand up off the pew. Misses you. And you're standing.
And manifests blade and slices whatever this thing is.
Alright.
But apart. Why not?
You standing on the bench or beside it?
Beside it.
Okay. If you want to move yourself either down or left on the map. 18 will hit. And 20 points of damage is a good chunk.
The question is
It is undead.
is it evil
and-
line?
It's chaotic evil.
Awesome.
just-
He gets the bonus thing.
$24. Considering it's just basically a puddle of ooze and bones, it's kind of hard to tell how damaged it is, but it doesn't seem too stable at this point and constantly trying to reform itself. Next up is everybody else, which the only person who made their listen check was really Walter.
Not surprised by that.
He doesn't even really have ranks in listen. He's more a spot guy. The
Why
others
is
were
this
just
the two
unfortunately too
assholes?
far away or in other rooms with closed doors and such to hear a darn thing.
She didn't close her door.
Well, I'm talking about like Alam's
Oh.
over there behind a closed door. Tom is over there behind a closed door. The 3 rogues are, one's in a separate room. The other 2 are just so darn far that the penalties they get trying to hear you through a wall and across a room is too high negatives compared to average rolls. If they were where 7 was, they would be awake and up.
What was that song about behind closed doors?
Walter gets up, stands up, grabs his weapon, 3-5 foot step forward, looks over at 7, sort of just gives a nod, looks down at Sam, still alive, doesn't see anything.
Sam's trying to
But
figure out
definitely
why
heard
Seven's waking
something.
her up.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're waking up Sam. Okay, she's not injured. She's not dead. Okay. But I heard a woman scream. Where? So basically, waking up out of sound sleep and trying to orient yourself as to the situation. What's going on? I heard a noise. Meanwhile, little buddy. Don't worry, he'll save you. Maybe. That's a hit. And a little bit of damage.
It's okay, little buddy. You'll get him next time.
And Stella's turn.
They're undead.
Well, that's a hit at least. 14, so 7 damage.
Hey, if it was
Wow.
Pathfinder, it will work.
I know if it was Pathfinder it would work, but this ain't Pathfinder. This is 3.5.
Pathfinder's too nice to y'all.
Pathfinder doesn't have undead that are completely immune to sneak attacks too.
Because
You
they
cut in?
removed that factor completely when they made Pathfinder.
Think it's stupid.
Simplified it. So you cut into the blood pool of bones and such, and it basically slops back down, tries to reform and cover up its wounds.
Ugh.
Next, its turn, at which point it will quickly lunge up to basically human height, and 2 pseudopods with bones will stick out at you and come across your body, trying to rake you.
Oh, that hits.
One will get you. A nice shot.
Oh, that's fine.
It's all fine.
Ev-
2 points of
Everything is
damage.
fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
And as you knock the pseudopod aside, it's hanging onto one of your arms and
Grapple check.
Grapple check. Can you beat an 18?
Don't know, but I sure can have him try.
That's the optimism.
Never mind.
No.
And
No.
you go to pull away, and all of a sudden, it's like a dance. It spins you inward, your back's up against its body, and the other arm reaches around and pulls you closer as the pseudopods wrap around you.
It's giving you a
Mean-
hug.
Yeah, the bad part is they get a full attack while grappling.
That's not fair.
Well, it's also bad if they grapple and everything. They get to do something called drink fluids. Or drain
Oh.
fluids.
No, thank you. No,
Oh,
thank you.
that sounds amazing.
It sounds amazing, but when it's not happening to me.
That's
So yeah,
basi-
double claw attacks and basically eating your con, probably.
I was gonna say that's the Sturge effect almost.
Con drain or con damage?
You will find out when it
You will
happens.
find out.
Oh god.
Damage.
So, 2 attacks against you down there. That one with a 20 to follow it up. So, 2
Neither of them-
misses.
Yep. I
As
am
you're
good.
basically slapping her away. Meanwhile, Bill's right next to you as the fight's going on. Slap, slaps, claw. Now, get off. Stab, die.
Lydia, your spirits are thinking I need a hero, or else Bill is going.
Sam's turn. You're awake. You see Walter. Doug's over there staring off in the corner. Bill's sleeping. And, yeah, Ash is definitely fighting something
probably
that
should've
is
burned
red.
them. I've drawn undead to us, but we should have burned them.
Alright, move action, stand up. Move action, move to here. Drawing weapon as part of move. And then next round I can smack it.
See. Next up is Doggo.
Doggo's gonna do the same thing, except he's gonna do it Stella, 'cause she needs some Jesus.
And over there in the hole in the wall, and oh, there's Buddy, there's Estella, and oh look, she's found a friend. Yeah, she's getting pulled into the
Oh, look,
wall.
she's found a friend.
She. I just want to go to a tavern and have a nice drink
You ain't that
No,
lucky, girl.
That
You
it'd be
ain't
full
that
of undead.
lucky.
I know. Maybe intelligent undead? Maybe. Slightly.
There's no vampires, Lydia.
That want to kill you.
There are vampires on this island.
Oh.
You just hope you don't run
Oh.
across them.
Possibly.
You're like, there aren't any. Well, about that.
Technically speaking.
I'm gonna go get
Really
some
nasty
tea.
things.
Be right back quickly myself.
All of us are drinking tea.
So 7
Accurate.
is over there. So that brings it over to Ash. Your turn. And you have flanking. Which he just stepped away. Meanwhile, everyone else under the sun. Doug turns around, observing the area. There's the campfire. Oh, there's Sam staying up. That's where she should be sleeping. Oh,
Okay,
there's
back.
Ash. Oh, what's that big red thing? Oh, danger.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry
Danger
about
close. Danger close.
that. I can attack.
This is Ash's
Uh-huh.
problem.
Ash is gonna try to attack the thing again.
Do it.
Mm.
Of course.
Another critical. You guys really are trying so hard.
I'm just wondering how on earth you get that 22 damage.
He gets
Oh.
bonus if it's undead.
Well, that's the extra D4 he rolls.
Yeah.
But it's a D10 weapon. He has two-handed, so that's strength and a half, and then he's power attacking, which every point
Oh,
is
power
2
attack.
points. So, yeah, he's going for a big swing, and if he misses, oops, if he hits,
Swing for the fences.
Boom.
Swing for the fences.
Oh,
In the
power
way, I
which he
think I-
hits, and it goes splatter all over Sam's feet.
He looks over at Sam and says, "How many more are there?"
Doug comes rushing over. Is everyone okay? Can I help?
I'm just
Help.
pointing at the mess. It's like, ick.
Ash says, "Go look for any more of these things. There might be more."
Okay. And he will head off this way to go explore further
God
down.
damn it, you idiot.
He was told to go check. It's like, okay, there's nothing behind me except for the door and those people. I can see that. Okay, I'll head off this way. Make sure there's nothing hiding down the corners.
Always check 6.
And Aaron will just be walking off that way, exploring, oblivious to everything. Basically, imagine that one security guard with the headphones in and just sort of singing and humming to themselves as they're walking around.
I was thinking more of the scene from Spider-Man 2, where
Yeah, lizard and
Haven't seen it.
everything.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
yeah,
And Stanley's just there in the library.
yeah.
Oh
Basically.
yeah. Listen to music, jamming out in the library, and then all this shit's going on. Yeah.
Buddy will miss.
Thanks for trying.
And he will scurry over. Stella's turn. It missed, so it's trying to reposition itself and also get a better look at you.
Oh, that's just.
Did it actually miss? Because it's grappling you, so Dex is down. No, that would
No,
be a
Dex
hit.
still
Okay.
applies while grappling against the target. It's when you're
Against each
attacking
other,
from
Estella
outside
and
the
that,
grapple.
but not against Buddy.
Oh, against Buddy, yeah, it's denied.
So that means it would hit.
Yeah.
So minimum damage, 2.
It's okay. Fine.
It's
That's
fine.
okay. It only heals for 3 a round.
It's fine. It's perfectly
Wait, what?
fine.
They have fast healing.
It's like, what?
Fine.
Yeah, fast heal.
Estella's turn. You are grappled.
I rolled
What
the grapple
dude?
check.
23 versus. It's 8. You are free!
Oh, thank God.
For now.
Its turn.
I did
Natural
God damn
20. Almost a confirm. Almost. And second attack. 15.
almost
Almost
does
a
not
hit.
count.
So 1 hit on you. No crit, and the other one missing by 1 point. That's minimum, so 2 damage. And make me an opposed grapple. As it gets 22. Freedom! Whack! No, 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 no! Did you grapple?
I am.
Okay.
Never mind.
And you're back in its clutches as it starts to wrap around you again. And Sam's turn.
Okay. Going to do my movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then activate Chrono Charm because it resets at dawn. For 1, 2, 3 to get in there. And oh, quit your shit.
Hi.
He just comes into the room and like, oh boy.
As it's basically climbed halfway up Estella and it's like wrapping around her. And yeah,
And
I could give some
That
more
fucking
details,
card.
but I'm not going to say.
No,
yeah,
no
since
to the
somebody's
hentai.
rather squeamish.
No, it's just going to be like part of the pseudopod basically moves up near your face and her
Ugh.
skull's like floating in it, looking at you.
Okay.
You know, getting creepy with it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Not gross.
19 to hit, not counting flanking because I forgot to include that.
It's flanked and it has no dex, which is most of its AC. So can you hit an 11? And you get a +4.
Yes.
You get +2 for flanking. So yeah, you hit.
14
It takes
damage.
14. It is still standing, oozing. Seven's turn.
Goop grabbing.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of good that Estella is grappled because that allows you and Seven to basically shred it.
Oh, right now it's also flanked and on top of that.
Oh yeah, half damage with sneak attack against undead, and Seven's turn.
I'm walking in my room now. Eek. Fucky. Okay, what's going on?
Tackle from the dog.
So, extra
I'm
large.
being groped by a slimy monster.
Heather just wants to basically
Monster.
tear into you and make you one of her. If I've got to be hideous, you'll be hideous too.
What's that? What was that line? One of us. One of us.
Oh god, no, don't use my meme against me.
And it dies. Although you can roll sneak attack for half if you wish.
Yay!
Because you have flanking thanks to Sam.
Yum, 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 yum.
And gets slashed, sort of quakes back and forth a little bit, and then just explodes and goes all over the ground.
Seven's going to spit out the nasty stuff in his mouth.
Good thing you spit that out. I was fixing to mention that.
And Estella's back is kind of like splattered with stuff, and Sam's feet also get sort of splattered along with her pants.
I pull
It's
out my
happened before.
water skin and I start just kind of washing it off. Trying to scrape as
Stella-
much of that crap off.
Takes off her coat and it beats the living daylights out of it.
Smack, smack, smack.
Ick.
This is worse than my trip to Brafraprader.
Don't wanna know
Seven
about
is
that.
going to say to Sam, perhaps you should tell Estella to curl up with us.
Sam just looks at Seven and is like, I'm not sharing you.
Okay, well then she can, like, have the other
I can get the butt.
end that we don't use, but sleeping by yourself is not going to
Yeah.
help her survival.
Estella,
had
Seven
fun.
says you probably don't want to sleep over here off on your own where goopy things may find you.
Oh.
Better to sleep with
By the way,
others
when they
people around.
grapple, it's 2 attacks they can do while grappling you with no penalties, and it's 1d2 con drain.
Oh.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Aren't you glad we got there
On
when
top
we
of their
did?
fast healing and other stuff they
Thanks.
do.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, how about next time we don't talk about monsters?
Please, yeah, agreed. If we talk about monsters, let's pull out like the nature monsters, okay, guys?
Oh, you guys will actually be very happy because I actually dumbed down the monsters or misread them, whichever way you want to look at, because honestly, their ability when they grapple you is to get the full attack, their 2 attacks. Just succeeding on the grapple allows them to instantly drain 2 con from you. So that would
Yeah.
be Estella has 2d2 con loss. permanently.
No thanks.
So just say that I overlooked that or I dumbed the monster down because that's pretty brutal.
Yeah, thank you, Michael.
Yeah,
I want this to
definitely.
be a surprise. I don't want to kill you guys with these creatures.
Yeah.
No, just with the army. Right?
Yeah,
If that we have a
that's fine.
chance of winning, that thing gooping you in
I
your
mean-
sleep, yeah.
I mean, you're looking at now Ash would not only have Wisdom Drain, he'd also have 1d2 Con Drain, and Estella would have 2d2 Con Drain.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's just
2
just
to
get
4
the night
con,
over
yeah.
with and fight that fucking battalion, okay, guys?
2, that would be 2 for Shig, and that would have been 4 permanent con loss for you.
Yeah, let's just fight the battalion. That would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
I
one
have to say,
prefer?
let's go fight the battalion and not get killed by these guys.
This guy. Yeah, no, thank you. No.
Party that
No.
dies together stays together.
No.
That's
no,
not
no.
how this works.
No.
Not to mention, if they kill you, they do create
No.
spawns of themselves.
This is exactly why that you should slowly and meticulously dissect the bodies and then eat them.
I was going to say burn them.
No, just eat them. We burned them, and that's how they created these things.
How? No, what?
So, in all fairness, if they had been fully intact, there was a chance they'd rise up as more physical-based undead, like Dread Warriors or zombies or something. Or
I mean,
they
zombie and
had a
skeleton would have
that,
been the
but with
best
the pools of
option.
blood and mostly just bones left, it coalesced and basically brought them back as these.
Yeah, it's one of those like, if we're going with best option, it would have been zombie and skelly.
Skelly. I want a Skelly.
I mean, in all fairness, both of them should have basically mauled Seven in his sleep for him being the one that killed him.
That is
Despite
if they were
they
pop
don't
up as
know that-
revenants.
But yeah, they weren't remnants. So, back to sleep for the night?
Yes.
In the main room with everybody together?
That's up to Estella where she gonna sleep.
She's going to go with y'all. She's kind of mad. Again. I think that's just going to be her permanent stay on this island.
Happy undead.
Maybe you shouldn't get so worked up about it. Eh?
Yeah.
You're in enemy territory. Expect to get ambushed.
It's more of the fact that they're undead, Sam. That's what's killing me.
Um,
I've been in enemy territory before. I was
This
able to
is
live
an
there.
island of undead. This was expected.
Just let me have my fit, okay, Sam?
Doug comes back, almost strikes a pose where he stands. There's no undead. I've searched the facility. Haha.
Seven's
Fan-
just going to turn his head and mumble women underneath his breath.
Aaron's just gonna walk around. What's with the pools on the ground?
Don't ask questions. Just get sleep.
It was mobile goop. Now it's immobile goop.
Oh, good. I'll have to be on watch. He'll go sit over next to the door and go to sleep.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
Okie dokie.
Is Bill
Rest.
still asleep?
Hmm?
Is Bill
Yep,
still
he
asleep?
slept through the
Oh,
whole damn thing.
my
That's what happens when you roll a 1.
hey, that's what I rolled.
Exactly. You would have slept through the whole thing too if someone hadn't woke you.
Yeah, Seven was like, Sam, there's weird shit. Go deal with it.
He wants his sleep, okay?
Yeah, the spellcaster wants her sleep too.
Hey, he spent most of last night assassinating the party.
Let's just hope that doesn't happen again when you close your eyes.
I've got a hold of him. It'll be okay. It's not gonna be fine.
All right. Everybody will go back to sleep, get an extra hour, and boom, morning hits, and you guys are awake.
Yeah, that means everything refreshes. And DM, I'm making a change in the normal routine for the morning. Because the spell I cast into the Spirit Companion, I'm not doing yet. I'm doing something else first. I'm doing spell storing item. I'm casting that spell.
Okay.
And I need to make a use magic device check, DC 23.
Good luck.
No shit. Because if this fails, I only get one other shot.
And the item is useless.
That is a fail.
There goes a spell.
There goes the spell. I will attempt one last time.
No problem. You're fighting an army and you just lost 2 spells.
This is to survive the army, is the catch.
I know. Prep work failed.
Yeah, no shit. Well, it doesn't help. I
So you
rolled
just
a 3 and
lost-
an 8.
2 second or 2 third level spells.
2 first
Oh.
levels.
First levels. Okay,
Oh,
not so
okay.
bad.
Yeah, those were first levels.
It just lessens you on some of the shocking grasp or other, well, no, artificer stuff.
Artificer. My DPS
Okay,
stuff's still
well.
fully intact.
Yeah. No loss then.
Yeah. The only catch is I can do one last one and chance it.
How do you prepare for your next fight?
Probably
Drink.
saving that. The Umbral Hoods are over there, and they seem to be just sort of chit-chatting and mumbling to themselves, mumbling to themselves in some strange tongue.
Huh.
I don't have a way of canceling it otherwise.
Seven's just going to sit and watch the Umbral Hood members.
Michael,
The
I'm going
story-
to try it one last time. This is one I seriously need. It's no bullshit. This is actually a serious one I need.
Okie dokie.
Fuck!
Well, there goes the first.
Alright.
Chris
Well-
at that point will
Sorry, Seven, you and me are probably going to get screwed.
reach from behind his cloak and pull out a buckler and strap it to his arm. And George will pull his backpack off and set it in between the 3 of them and pull out what looks like a small wooden box with a wheel on top of it and a spinner. Kind of like a miniature Wheel of Fortune.
What's that?
And they'll both just sort of, and the 2 of them will be talking over it, going, "No, you push it. No, you do it. No, you
What's
do it."
that?
Chris will just look at you. Good luck.
I
That.
didn't do it.
That's what it is. I'm not messing with you, Estelle. It's a good luck.
Good.
George just looks like, yeah, like 7 out of 8 times. It's good luck. Oh, you're just pissed because you had bad luck last time. Hey, bad luck equals death. You don't want bad
Okay, I'm
luck
back.
on the
Sorry
item.
about that.
It's 1 in 8. You should be fine this time. You say that.
Do you both push it, or
The leader just looks at you. Everyone could push it if they want to and take the chance. The wheel brings good fortune upon those who use it. Or bad fortune. Yeah, you only get to use it once per day.
well, our healer's down. Let's play some cards. She's gonna push the button.
You reach over and will push the little red button on the device.
Does it say do not push?
Shut up, Shig.
The wheel is a 2-foot wide wooden box with brightly painted metal wheel, a little larger in diameter than the width of the box. Partially encased on one end, the wheel is divided into 8 slices. Each one corresponds to one of the colors of the rainbow, plus a white slice. The brass needle spins out at the end of the box.
Wait,
At the wheel's ending point, the center of the box stops and lines up perfectly with the edge of the wheel, and a raised brass button,
is
which
this
usually bears the mark of Ola Damara, which this one does, on it, sets there.
Michael?
Yesums.
Is this a Wheel of Fortune?
Literally, the magic item name is yes. It's a Wheel of Fortune.
Uh,
It's a real magic item.
No. I wasn't referring to the game. I was referring to the card. Like the tarot card.
No, it's more reminiscent of kind of like the game.
Alright then.
So roll a d8 and hope for the best. Because this effect can only be used once by each person and lasts for 24 hours. Of course, you can use it the next day. And a 4. Alrighty. Congratulations. You get a +2 to your con.
Woo!
Which point you feel hardier. For the next 24 hours, you get a +2.
Seven's going to take a 5-step forward to the fucking box.
The leader will look over at you and motion you over.
And
Awesome.
he goes over and he sits on his haunches.
Just
I'm
sort of
like-
pat its leg and then reach out and just sort of pat it on. He goes, "It's a good luck charm. Seems to work well for your master. Would you like to push the button?"
Yes, my master.
And then at that point, Seven's going to push the button with his snoot.
Boop the snoot, boop the snoot, boop the snoot.
George is like, did the dog just use the magic item?
No, it just decided to sniff it because it wanted to.
Oh, okay. I was wondering for a moment.
Oh my god. That was really bad.
You get a +2 to strength for the next 24 hours.
7. Kill.
That's
Point, you
awesome
feel
because that's
strong.
exactly what 7 needed.
That means...
At which point Chris is like, well, you only live once. Click. Same thing as Estella. George, please, please no, please no, please no. Pushes it. Oh, thank God. Phew. And then the leader will push it. Oh, con again.
They know we're gonna need it.
At which point the leader will look over. Anyone else wish to try their luck with the magic Ouija board?
Sam's gonna walk over.
Uh.
Ouija board? What's a Ouija board?
Ash also just walks over.
At which point you see them all standing around a little wooden board 2 foot in diameter with a wheel, a copper button with Oldamara's holy symbol like depicted on it in real small, and a little spinner which just got done spinning after Chris pushed the button.
So what? You just pushed a button and it's
At which point the boss pushes it, and you almost feel like he got like a smile on his face, and just sort of like, next. If you wish, good and bad things of fortune can happen to you.
odds of the bad?
1 in 8. George's like, yeah, you would think. Shut up, man. 3 days, 2 in a row, come on!
Hey, you're still alive.
Hey, you got a lucky one this time. Yay.
I'll push the
Woo.
button.
Then we'll push the button. You get a +2 to int.
Ooh.
Fortunately, it doesn't help with spell setting.
Aw, damn it.
But it does help for DCs and other stuff like that. And any active skills. Anything that relies upon int.
And now you could actually. And now you could do recite math problem.
Because I was gonna
Hey.
say my primary casting stat is intelligence.
Ash, you should push it. See if you get wisdom back.
Okay.
It's temporary.
Hey, it can't be any worse than what happened to George, as Chris just smiles at you.
By the way, what happened to George?
He
I was
probably doesn't
unlucky for 24 hours. Twice in 3 days.
Oh
Was
man,
what?
rolling
Was what?
disadvantages. I'm guessing.
Hey, you're still
Wait, what?
alive.
Lydia, I didn't hear it because Lydia was over.
Sorry.
What did you say, Michael?
George just responds, yeah, I was only unlucky for 2 days out of 3. And Chris's
Well-
remark was just, oh, it only lasts for 24 hours, you baby.
Well, let's see. Push. Oh, hey, string.
Yep, +2 to strength. At which point the NPCs will partake Doug, Bill, Aaron, Walter.
I swear if Bill gets a 1, I'm gonna laugh.
I'm
Uh,
waiting for someone to.
Doug, 7. Charisma. Now he's even hotter. Seems appropriate.
That is definitely
He
classic.
pushes a button, leans back, flicks his hair into the wind, says, I feel good, as he has an 18 charisma.
I am so done.
Bill rolls. He gets con.
Gone.
Gets con. So good for him. That's some extra life that he will most likely be needing.
And Michael, the whole thing of like, yeah, it helps out DCs and all that. It's like, I don't have anything that gives a DC save.
I know. But maybe you'll have a skill that comes up that has to be imp based you need to roll.
Knowledge,
Oh God,
that's
he's
it.
telling the future.
Aaron rolls. Supposed to be a D8. 1. Oh, that's the unlucky. Well, sucks for him.
What's gonna happen to him?
You'd have to roll it to find out.
Spellcraft. Ash. I meant Sam.
It's not spellcraft.
Oh.
Well, you could put on your monocle and touch the device and stare at it for a while and figure it out yourself if you wanted.
Wait, I have that thing?
No, that's an item Sam has.
Oh, Walter got an 8. Good for him. He
What
gets
does
10
he-
temporary hit points for 24 hours.
Oh, that is the nice one.
If you have to know, what Aaron got was he suffers a -1 penalty on attack and saving rolls for 24 hours.
Ouch.
Ow.
Ow.
That's the bad one.
Well, actually, that doesn't hurt him that bad as a caster, considering most of his shit will be touch or enemies make a save.
Yeah, so basically, as you figured, it's +2 to any stat, 10 temporary, and then a -1 to attacks and saves are your options.
Thing all right over there, Aaron?
Huh.
I don't feel too lucky.
Ah,
George's
that's
like,
all right.
yes, not me for once. Oh, sorry for you, man.
It's Russian roulette with a spinning wheel.
Pretty much. Although the
Wait.
odds are pretty good.
Wait. Island roulette.
At which point, Alum and Tom will not partake, and neither will Little Buddy.
Little buddy doesn't need to. He's already perfect.
At which point, Boss will just give a nod, and George will basically pack it back up into the bag and throw his backpack back on. At which point, then the boss will pull out from under his cloak a handful of necklaces. And we'll look around the room. 8 necklaces? Not nearly enough for everyone. Oh well. Takes one for himself, throws it on, tosses 2 over at Chris and George, hands one to Estella, puts one around
7.
Seven's neck, and that's 5 right there, leaves 3 left, goes, well, need competent people alive, so here we go. Hands one to Sam, Ash, and Doug.
Ooh,
Dog is competent. Oh, that's a joke.
Michael,
Well,
I'm
he's
going.
he's front line.
Yeah,
So
true.
So what do these necklaces do exactly?
you would have to find out, otherwise you just see everyone else pretty much putting them on.
I'm
Yeah, Ash
gonna
puts it
use the
on and-
monocle.
Yeah, Ash is about to put it on as Sam. What are these things exactly?
I don't know yet.
I don't know yet.
Michael, I
You
put the
would
monocle
have-
on and I check.
The amulets grant you 24 temporary hit points. Once they're used up, it's destroyed
What's the duration?
until it's used up.
Ew.
What does that mean by used up?
Means you
After
get the
it uses
temporary,
up
and until
24
the temporary is burned off, you have temporary.
Awesome.
Basically,
Basically-
you got a damage spun, which is equivalent to most of your lives.
Yeah, it's basically a small force field until it breaks and gets this.
Then if you take damage, the amulet does. Then it breaks.
Wait, if it's half of our lives, oh damn.
No, it's 24,
24 HP.
which I
It
said
soaks.
it's equivalent to some of the people's, almost like your life.
Yeah.
Problem is the next slot I have, if I take it off, I cannot re-equip it for 24 hours.
I don't have a neck slot, so
I
only have
do.
one. I only have one neck slot and might as well just use. Might as well take it off because the one is this. What's it called? Amulet of Toxin Delay. So might as well just replace it for this.
Actually, Sam's gonna go over to 7. She's gonna take off the little brooch he has on his collar, and tells him, use it. And then, actually,
You said
it's
that.
well, no. Let me rephrase that. I'm getting it mixed up. Takes the necklace off, takes the brooch off, puts the necklace on, then puts the brooch on.
That way, when it disintegrates, the other one will kick in.
Yep.
Smart.
Smart. I didn't know you could do that.
Yes, you can. You can have multiple slot items equipped. Once one is, but they go in order of they were equipped, and you can only have one active and functioning. Which is why if I put it on and use it for Sam, she has to take off the chrono charms, which require 24 hours for you to wear them before you can use them.
Stella would clap her hands and then. So, should I be the makeshift healer? Seeing we're currently absent of one?
We're all gonna need to function as
The boss
makeshift
just
healers.
looks at you and it's like, do whatever you want. We shouldn't need one. As long as you have a potion, you should be fine.
Things go
Push
well.
one hand, swing the sword with the other.
Chris, you have the shield. Holds up his arm with the shield on it. Excellent. George, distribute the javelins.
Are we going to be throwing those things at the fucking, wyvern?
No, we're going to use them to take out the frontline soldiers when we walk up onto the battlefield.
Huh. Okay.
We need capable individuals who has a good arm.
Michael, javelins are strength or dex based, so
It honestly doesn't matter with these.
oh.
Oh.
That's just sort of a real. That's just like, oh, it's a javelin. Okay, who has a good arm? So basically, you can throw. It really doesn't matter. The second you throw them, they turn to magic. So it doesn't effing matter.
Estella will take one.
It's
So
lightning.
hands it to Estella. George will hand one to Estella, one to Sam, one to Ash, one to Doug, and we'll keep the last one for himself since he's not on shield duty. It's like all 5 distributed, sir. Excellent. Got the shield. We got the javelins. I assume everyone has holy water. Are there any questions? Good. Let's go. We have an enemy army to take out. Oh, right. The cubes. Sam has a lot of them. And I have the rest. Excellent. Important fact, George. If Sam dies, you pick up the cubes and it's your job to take care of the catapults. Okay. All right. Any questions? Any last minute discussions?
No.
Not that I can think of.
So we're going to start walking, and as we get closer to the enemy, I will relay my plan to you. I recommend we all keep in very close formation. I will need those with the javelins right behind me.
You want me to do my ambush first?
You can do it first or during, although if you're going to do so, then we'll need to relieve you of at least the javelin.
Probably depending on the range of the javelin.
You'll be fine. You can do it after you throw the javelin.
I was going to say, what I'm planning is going to blow up half their formation in theory.
And
Theory.
these 5 javelins should take out about half their army.
Then
And we'll
do
get
the
close enough that
javelins,
you
then
can
I
hit
blow,
them.
Do the javelins then blow them up?
Sounds fine.
Wait, the javelins create lightning, right?
That's what these do.
DM, I'm going to pull out the monocle, check the javelin real quick, because I think the javelin will trigger the bomb.
What?
As you guys leave the temple, start walking, you examine the javelin. The javelin of lightning. Upon throwing it, it turns into the 3rd level spell, Lightning Bolt, for 5d6s and goes 120 feet in line.
Holy shit.
Michael, if I remember correctly, to trigger a dust explosion, it requires a spark or a flame.
Quite possibly.
So would lightning then be enough to detonate it?
Considering how evocation spells that are instantaneous duration, like Fireball and stuff, state that they will not light material, but they will burn them up. So you can't Fireball a forest and cause it to burn down since it's instantaneous and gone in a flash. It probably would not ignite it. It would burn up the ingredients or that portion of the fog, but it would not cause an explosion because it's
Okay.
instantaneous.
So I'd have to do mine first. Got it.
Probably so.
Alright, not that hard. That's what I got a bow
Alrighty.
for. So then yes, I will hand over my javelin because it will not work efficiently.
Oh,
And Michael, I will take off the Chrono Charms. I will put on the little necklace he gave me. The Chrono Charms will go in the backpack, or in the haversack. No, I'm getting dumb. In the bag of holding. Blech. So the necklace will go on, and then I will put a brooch on.
awesome.
Because I had to double check and see if I still had it. The answer was yes, I do. And I'm assuming the necklace is a swift action?
The necklace?
For the temporary HP.
You put it on, it works.
Oh. So the moment you put it on, it goes poof.
The moment you put it on, it starts sucking up 24 points of damage. You take it off after it's missing 4, you put it back on, it's still at 20.
Okay. So it's
It literally
like
is
Brooch
just
of
a
Shielding
pool of
almost.
depletion. Yeah.
So if you take it off, put it on.
It does not reset.
Oh, okay.
No. So yeah, you basically take 5 points of damage. It sucks up 5. It's at 19. You take it off because you don't want it to eat up any more damage. You put it back on the next day. It's at 19 still.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
It's just
The
a countdown
item
timer.
soaks
So
the
you-
damage.
It's 24. It doesn't have duration. Just until it sucks up 24.
Having to double check
Oh.
some stuff because I think I forgot to write some things down.
Okie dokie.
I did forget to write some things
So-
down. So I need to fix this. Is Estella wearing a magic belt?
No.
Hey Estella, use this.
What's this?
I toss you the healing belt.
Awesome. She'll put on the healing belt.
Now you're about to sing. What's this? What's this?
What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere. What's this? What's this? There's white things in the air.
Which point you guys will be walking. You'll take a small break to eat rations early in the morning, about 10, if you haven't already used water and rations. At which point, Chris will simply remark, "Yay, trail bars."
Question. Does Seven's midnight snack count as eating?
You ate people, so yes.
Yes! We save one ration.
It counts.
They will offer a trail bar to anyone who is willing to risk their neck to eat one.
I tell them, thank you for the offer. I do not need it.
Actually, since I have my own rations, but thank you for the offer.
At which point, you guys will eat, drink what water you have, and continue on without the cleric. Hopefully, someone else can create water. Otherwise, you guys may have run out of water before you run out of food. And at which point, you guys start coming over a small little hill as you're walking off into the distance, and you can see a good couple miles away a large army heading your way.
Well,
Oh, hi, Satan.
Which point the boss basically just turns and goes, okay, and now time for the plan. Chris in front. Okay. I hate this plan. All those with javelins, 10 feet behind me. When we get into range, you will step forward and throw the javelins, trying to hit as many targets as possible in a straight line. At which point we'll move up and we'll start making use of the rust cubes. Upon throwing them, they will explode in a cloud of red dust. Stay out of the dust if you value your metal items. They will destroy anything metallic.
Wearing leather.
With any luck, it'll eat away most of the enemy's armor and weaponry, and more importantly, we can use it to disable the catapult. And then, finally, after we've demolished most of their troops, we will move in and finish them off. Anyone have a problem with this plan?
no.
No.
Try to stay in small groups of at least 2 or 3 minimum. I'd prefer 3 or 4, but once battle ensues, possibility of getting surrounded, so better numbers ensure better survival. If everyone has potions or magical healing, you may want to start making use of it. And be prepared to break up into your groups.
Who does? Who does?
Guys have already discussed that as he looks at the different groups. George just gives a nod, Chris gives a nod, Della probably gives a nod, so does Seven.
I forgot my group.
You're supposed to pick 2 people and basically just they're with you.
Okay.
It's like, okay, now let's keep walking.
All right. Time for me
What
to
the hell?
start my
Seven
plan.
is going to say to Sam that he needs more skulls of cure light wounds.
Excuse me for a moment.
I will hook up 3 more skulls to 7.
Okay, thank you, because he was down to 3.
Take it out of the bag
Yep.
and add to the necklace.
And then Sam's gonna look at them as like, so I take it it's time for me to start my turn? And she looks at the boss.
Oh, we're not close enough for that, unless you just want to be out there on your lonesome, getting pelted by arrows and other problems. But do whatever you think is best. Just make sure you hand the javelin over to someone who will be here.
I look, whoever does not have a javelin, I hand the javelin over.
Alright, you'll hand it over to Bill. Since, you're basically down to Bill or Walter. And Walter's not going to put up his bow to hold a javelin.
Fair.
Alright, Bill will move up into formation. Boss will ask for everybody to somewhat squeeze together and try to stay as close as possible.
We'll do so.
And you guys will proceed to walk closer and closer to the army, which is proceeding towards you on the open field in plain open sight. At which point the boss will wave hands and everything will basically go slightly blurry in front of you. Kind of like you're looking at a fixed background. At which point the enemy army is gone. She says, just keep walking.
Alright.
I was about to ask, I'm reading another map because
Nope, he hasn't
Hi-ho.
positioned it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't switched over to the army map yet.
DM, I start making my preparations, pull out one of the arrows, wrap a little bit of cloth on it, and pull out flint and steel also, and get ready to light it.
Okay, at this point, you guys are walking and you just see no enemies in front of you. Stale background of the surrounding area as you can't see squat, yet the leader just keeps walking and will have you move a little bit over, move a little bit more around as a tree will come up suddenly in front of you and you'll just walk around it and you just keep navigating. And at this point, the commander will say, "Get ready." All right, and hustle. At which point, start taking off in a sprint, double moving, and Chris will keep up pace, as will the others.
Mm-hmm.
Up, 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 up.
Hup, 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 hup.
At that point, you'll basically hear horn sound, and you'll hear whistling in the air. As you look up, and volley of arrows will start coming down on you. As the enemies are basically shooting at you and arrows are flying over your shoulder and around you, seem to be missing. As the commander will just yell out, "Keep going!" As you just keep running, and you basically see spells casting at you and other spells basically missing, explosions around you and more arrows, and a large boulder comes flying over and nearly hits Doug. And you just keep going. At which point, you guys get close in range, and switching over map. Doop, doop, doop. Ba-da. And leader will then wave his hand, and all of a sudden the illusion in front will disappear, and you will see the army before you at this range. And he will yell for throwers to move to the front.
We do the thing.
At which point you all will move up. And it will be initiatives.
DM, when he yells that, I also gesture to Seven, saying, "It's time." Because the bad news is this means Seven's going to have to switch forms.
You have one standard action due to surprise round of the enemy not being able to see you, but realizes something's afoot because you're hiding behind an illusion of a fake background, and they're taking shots at you, but they can't see you, and due to 50% miss chance and me rolling prior, see if anyone gets hit. A couple people took some stray shots, but none of the player characters.
It's more of them doing it in such... planning on doing it... Because the bad part is because he didn't have Sam and Seven split off, this means Seven's going to have to switch with everybody there. Unless our job is cancelled. Because what Sam had described to the boss before was that she knew a druid who could go to bird form, who could fly, and then use that to take out part of the enemy. By doing this, he's all but forcing the reveal.
Unless Seven's not there on the battlefield and present, and it was the bird following you the whole time.
Now, if that's fine, because it would have been
That's
bird...
up to Seven what Seven was going to do plan-wise. Boss just like, we're all going up there together. You can branch off later if you want, but if you want to run across the open battlefield by yourself and draw attention, by all means.
Seven honestly wouldn't have been with the group. He would have been the bird up in the sky, because, yeah, he wouldn't reveal himself.
Yeah, because Alright. At that point, Seven is carrying a little bit of a payload at the moment. Not enough to slow him down, but, he's got 2 full sacks of flour that when he gets over the right spot, rip them open, dumps the flour out, and then Sam launches an arrow into it and causes a boom.
So move action is you light, or standard action is you light, and Seven's action is to move into position. I would need to know where Seven's going to be flying over to and how high.
Personally, I'd say that back catapult right there. Back left catapult.
That
It's
was
going to take
the
a while
plan.
for the flower to disperse and fall down.
Correct.
And depending on the height and visibility, Birdo may be getting some stray shots.
I'm assuming Birdo is high up and going into a dive to do the dispersion.
Yes.
That's fine. The enemies are basically launching catapults and been launching volleys of arrows and area-based spells at the party. They see something unusual, pretty much anything that isn't them, it's going to draw the attention of some of them, and I will have to recalculate some of the attack rounds.
That's why I said it'll be a dive, which gives it double speed.
That's why I need to know how high you were traveling, and then at what point how far you move above the enemies and your diving distance. Because if you're like 300 to 400 feet up in the air,
What's your fly
and then
speed?
you're flying over the very back group, and then you're diving down to 100 foot to basically paint the target.
My flight speed is 40.
So diving would double it to an 80. I'd say dump it like 150, 160 because it's going to fall and take time to disperse, which means if you're at 240 when you start the dive,
I recommend not being over 500 feet because then you're pretty much in, if not above, the clouds.
yeah,
And that's already been mentioned to be a very dangerous, bad thing to do.
yeah.
He wouldn't be above or in the clouds, but he would be like a good 300 feet.
Then you
Because the way
might
that
have to.
I imagine it was if you looked up and you saw a bird and it looked like a speck in the sky because it was a vulture high up, that's what he would be doing.
You're medium size, so 300 feet is quite a bit of different distance. Not to mention it's dark because of the heavy cloud color, and I imagine you're going to be dark color like how your dog form is, so you're going to blend in pretty well. So they won't see you until you
Yes.
make your descent.
So
He is
7 probably
black,
won't. Never mind.
and then on the back of his neck, it has white-tipped black feathers.
Do keep in mind, because you probably know this, but just to remind you, I assume all your magic items were equipped when you went into bird form, so if you change forms, be it dog or human or whatever, all those magic items are going to get absorbed and lost.
Yes.
So you
Hey.
have to fight in bird form.
Except for the brooch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Which that
I
would
know.
override the temporary life, and
Which the temporary life is so that the bird doesn't get blown out of the sky. Let's be
Good
honest.
luck,
Yeah.
Good luck. Don't take a straight arrow to the face.
So, first diving movement on surprise would put her at like she's at 300, put her at 220, and then disperse at 140.
so Doggo is going over to the left catapult.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and you were at 200 feet? 300 feet in
300
descending?
feet, descending 80 feet. For
Okay,
220.
so standard move, descend 40. Since you're descending, it's double, so 80. So 220. They will not be able to see you yet, and you'll see basically volley of arrows from the back set of soldiers, the 12, and also the catapults going off. And now we're actually into initiatives, so as said, I need initiative rolls from everyone. Because you get your surprise round, which is standard action. So that's people moving up, lighting the arrow, and starting to dive.
Damn it. Oh well.
NPCs. Because there's already going to be enough targets on the page. So I'm just going to keep them together.
My bad.
And rolling for baddies.
Eh. That's disgusting.
So a niche from everybody.
I rolled mine.
Alrighty. And we have
Lift off.
moved Buddy from the list because he's with everybody else. Okie dokie. So first up is Estella.
Hi, I am Stella.
All right. You have Javelin. You moved up in front. The illusion was dropped. Chris is right behind you. What do's?
I throw the javelin like I was told to.
All right. Where to and how so? You've got a 120-foot line. So draw me out a line.
Oh, damn. Mm.
Ideally trying to hit as many targets as possible to frag as many baddies.
I have to zoom out because there's so much shit.
Yes, there is.
You clouded the stream. So I could.
What you have is the guys on front are, looks like lieutenants, armored right on top of very large skeletal rams. Then you have your dread warriors behind them, which are just basically undead soldiers you fought plenty of times. And then behind that, you have these weird, almost like cleric-looking robed individuals. And then you have your zombie ogres pulling and pushing the catapults, and 2 zombies manning the catapult. And then underneath that, next line is mages and armored warriors. And then after that is your skeletal archers
I'm gonna
and
fire
little mage leaders.
here, since it'll just go straight back and start
No,
murdering.
it's a 120-foot line from you.
Oh,
That's why I was like, go ahead and mark out your line to where you want to be. I've gone ahead and taken the liberties of rolling about a good 40 plus dice rolls and grouping up monsters for reflex saves ahead of time to not slow down.
we'll go here.
Okie dokie. So that is a zigzag line, so let the fragging begin. Go ahead and roll me 5d6s.
I'll keep the line up so it's a little bit easier for you, Michael.
Thank you kindly. 17 damage. All right. Pretty much half-lifing a large number of them, those dread warriors.
You
Awesome.
mean zombie grandmas?
Zombie grandmas?
Quite possibly if you meant the armored ones, which gave you guys hell the first time and such.
Zombie
Results in
grandmas.
Shig dropping. It's like you're real adventurers and leveling. It's like run across them the first time, they kick our ass. Run across them the second time, we do better. Run across them the third time, we're going to annihilate them.
Fuck you, bitch!
Let's see, and that cuts through the lieutenant on the back. Well, that's going to mess him up royally. Because they don't have a lot of life.
Hmm.
They just have a lot of armor.
Grandma.
Alright, so it cuts through them, and if I recall, it hit the first line behind the rider. Is
Right
that
where
correct?
my arrow stops.
So right before him. Okay. So we got all them fragged. Alright. Estella rolled. Estella got damage. All goods.
NPCs.
That was your standard action. You still have your move and your swift action if you want to now manifest your sword and take any other move actions.
Michael?
Hmm?
Estella had a 9 on initiative. I thought you were doing this because it's surprise
Yeah.
and throw.
That's what I was wondering.
Your initiative showing 19 for me.
What? No.
Negative, she rolled she has a total of 9.03.
Uh-huh.
That is super weird. Got you up here on the list showing a 19. Let's
Because I
remove
figured
that.
it's like illusion drops, people throw, or was it
Well,
illusion?
illusion drops, you guys move up as your move action. You light that
Okay.
and 7
That's why I got
descent,
mixed
so we just got a head in turn order. So actually it would be Sam first. I had done the initiative order twice for Estella. One at 19 and one at 9.
Okay.
Somehow your old
The
initiative
hell?
carried over,
Uh,
which is really
so-
weird.
Yeah, that's weird. So for Sam, it's going to be ready action. once the flower is dispersed in a large enough pattern that it would be suitable for the boom, she will launch the flaming arrow into it.
Okay, so standing by on your turn
Yes.
because Birdo is still descending.
Yes. I am waiting for the appropriate time.
Bless you. So ready action.
Yes.
Bless you. All right.
Thank you.
Betty's turn.
And I had to look up the distance from the weapon.
Alrighty. And we have. Thank God most of these guys have heavy armor or medium, so it slows their movement. 5.
That's not a zombie grandma, that's just a regular grandma.
No, but that's exactly what the image looks like.
True.
I'm going to find a zombie.
At which point, the rider basically just waves its weapon, and the soldiers charge forward. As they draw their weapons and double move up to there. Following behind them is the little Bane guys, which basically look kind of like, well, priestial individuals. Except for, imagine if the priest had like large fangs and a grotesquely large clawed hand that it drags on the ground as it starts running at you in robes.
Sounds like the Charger from Left 4 Dead.
What the hell happened to the troops? I tabbed out and I tabbed back in to find the fucking grandma, then that's there.
They're moving forward at you.
Someone
Oh,
do
great.
something.
I'm about to hurl my thingy next.
I don't say that, Shig. You are a man. Don't say that.
Yeah, that
I'm
context.
about to throw lightning at them.
There we go. Sam, got something?
You might actually want to, like, I don't know, ask the spellcaster.
Anybody? In general? Wait, boss is a spellcaster. Huh. Probably focused on illusion magic though.
That's one of its classes. Obviously, Gestalt like you guys.
I really wish I was playing a boom mage right now.
I know, right, man? Like they're all lined up and everything.
Boom Mage would be nice.
And here you thought the boss was an insane lunatic just going to march you to your death and actually had a plan.
That's what the letter said!
Actually, that equipment's supposed to be used for a later mission, but, you know, what good is it if you're dead?
Accurate!
Oh.
I'm going to try to
okay.
save some of it for later. But, yeah. All right. And here we go.
I still
Let-
think my holy water bombs would have been fun.
Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Let the damage commence. Who likes magic missile? Everybody likes magic missile.
I'll
See-
get my HP open. Oh,
See,
wait, no, I don't
see,
have to.
see, Squeaky, this is what I was talking about. This is why I was trying to do the thing.
I know you were trying to do the thing, but the thing didn't work.
Because I rolled fucking single digits constantly.
In all
1-3-8.
fairness, I'll have to bring up the obvious answer. It was in the morning. Why didn't you just take off your damn armor and then cast with no penalty?
That wasn't for
Oh.
that. It was to create spell storing time. You have to roll a use magic device check to be able to store the appropriate
Oh.
spell into it.
And even if someone assisted you with a +2 bonus, it still wouldn't be good enough. I thought it was pretty much armor failure, sort of screwing you over
No, it
almost.
was not the armor failure.
I was like, really? You just take off the armor? That'll ignore the penalty.
That wasn't it. No, I had to make a
But-
DC 23 use magic device check.
Oh, that's insane. That is super difficult at this level. Now,
Not really. All I have to do is hit a 14. But the problem was I rolled a 1, a 3, and an 8.
thank God you weren't really trying to use a real magic. That would have blown up in your face.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to roll
And I forgot
12
to
magic
cast
missiles.
I forgot to cast my one spell in prep and going up to this because I'm an idiot. So I screwed myself repeatedly. Yay, I'm a dumbass.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Because there's a bunch of shit I
9,
could have done
10,
and I didn't do.
11, and 12. Alrighty. So, going left to right, it is Doug for 5 points. Doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop. 40. Next up is Bill for 3. Then it's Estella for 4 points.
Okay.
Ash for 2.
Okay.
And George for 3.
Hate magic missile.
Magic missile.
And coming
Magic missile. Fuck
Come-
you.
coming back around, for Doug getting hit for 4, Bill getting hit for 4,
Wait, were those the? Oh, these fuckers.
Estella getting hit for 5, Ash getting hit for 2,
Again, okay.
and George getting hit for 2. And then back around for next 2, Doug getting hit for 2, and Bill getting hit for 4. And that's the first wave of magic. And now I got the back guys. And arrows away. I need a reflex save for everyone at ground 0 there. So, Estella and Ash, as you're getting 2 volleys of arrows. If they can hit.
Well, I think I'm
Hit and
fine.
hit. Yeah. So, reflex. Nice. Estella.
Fuck magic missile. And
Yeah, I
fuck it. Yeet holy waters, because I have nothing better. Oh wait, no, I have alchemist fires. Eat that.
Doesn't
Wait.
Michael need a reflex save from you?
that's what he was asking for.
Oh, reflex.
Not a holy water.
Why were you looking for holy water? Weren't you
No
paying?
reason.
She was
playing
thinking he was
ahead.
trying to tell her it's her
Yeah.
turn, and it's
Yeah,
she already
I
did
apologize.
her turn.
She planning. Planning is for survivors.
Really?
That's
I
why
not
Bill's
survive?
almost died all the time.
Do I not survive with a nat 20?
Think you might be okay. Because, yeah, it gets fun. And incoming volley down on you of arrows. So let's see, with your reflex save, what that gets you in volley damage. Bup, 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 bup. 125 there, 1 So that will basically cut it down to half. Wonderful. All right, so You both make it, so you're going to take half damage. You will take arrow damage.
Mhm.
5
How much
points of
arrow-
damage, so half of that turns to 2.
Okay,
Yay!
that was it.
Considering you just had 24 arrows lobbed at you guys, and you took 2, not bad.
I'll be back quickly.
Although, I do have to put up a counter.
Oh, because they would have to ready aim and fire and all that shit.
And there we go. Got Estella with 1 arrow and Ash with 1 arrow in you. And that does it for the baddies' turns as the catapults are being reloaded, and that's going to take them 2 rounds.
Okay.
So that brings it down to 1 round. 1 more round. 1 more round. And all the enemies have moved. So next up in the order is Bird Doggo.
Well, yay!
Another diving move that's 80 feet, standard action. Rip open the flower.
Yes, that's exactly going to be it. Yeah,
Bombing run.
I was trying to calculate it in my head because I thought I was only moving 40 feet, but yeah, I'm going down, so
Ooh,
it's
it's a
80
dive, so it's
standard.
double.
80 puts you at 160.
So drop like here. So when it explodes outward, it frags catapult plus people plus maybe archers. Because I don't know how big a boom it's going to be.
I'm just going to put 7 there. Don't know where I should technically put him.
Wherever you're going to be like bombing. So that's basically where your character is above at 160
20.
feet.
No, 140.
140. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
140 feet. Because 80 minus 220. Math. 140 as you paint the target. And fly over and standard action, rip open the flower. How many bags?
2 full sacks of flour.
2 full sacks. And that's going to start landing a large clump and also
I'm
poofing up
assuming
in a
it
nice
because
cloud.
Michael, once it disperses into the air and starts drifting down, you gotta hit it when it's still in a cloud over the target, and that's why I had the ready action.
So are you firing now?
Is it still in a cloud, like on and around, or will that not be?
It's kind of like crop dusting, so large clumps of it are falling to the ground, hitting, and then boosting up into a cloud. If you fire now, it will go off. Of course, you'll also singe the dog. If you wait till next round, dog can get out, and you can fire, and it should still have full effect within the first 2 rounds.
Okay, and since I'm top of the order,
3rd round would dissipate, and then it would only be half effective, and then 4th round, you're starting to get out of luck,
okay,
as it just goes down to a 4th effect, and then by 5th round, kind of out of luck. Thankfully, there's no wind.
then I will trigger it. Then I'll do it right after 7's turn.
Next turn.
So 7
Alright.
continue to haul ass the fuck away when I blow it up.
Okay, I'm gonna release the thunder on the same group over here.
Okie dokie. Roll your
Going to
5d6s and make me a line.
Let's see here. Gonna have to. Can I draw a straight line? No, I cannot. I'm just gonna go like.
You
Just
use
draw a
your
line with the
arrow.
arrow tool.
Yeah,
Roll
I have to zoom-
5d6s and use your line.
Alright, now draw a line.
Give me my line. So we know
See.
who does and doesn't die, or who's pissed off at you and comes after you angry.
So it'll be like right here, or should it be right to get the back? Yeah, to get the back.
Has to
The
be
back-
120, so
yeah.
1 longer, so there.
So they're right there. Yeah, the back baddies will get zapped too.
20. That is 1 Dread Warrior down. 2 Dread Warriors down. Made the save, but still drops. Rider. Alive. Mount. Very
Dead.
pissed.
Oh.
Has more life than he does. And then next rider in the back. Ooh, goes down. Mount will be very pissed off berserk.
Almost dead, though.
Yeah, very true. And then you're getting the back 2 or 3.
2, it looks like.
2 clipping out
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, it was 2 at the back, I think.
Gone.
Ow.
And gone.
Yay, I did good.
Finished off 6 guys.
Oh, that was the end of my turn.
Alright, next up is NPCs. Going to do their thing to help out.
Kill them, kill them, kill them, kill
How many kill the NPCs? Okay, done.
Oh!
Yo, Bill? Okay.
Shig! No! Don't touch
you
my baby!
said it.
Not what I meant by the NPCs. I meant the. I mean, technically speaking, the enemies are also NPCs.
Be right back.
No.
You have to specify. It's like a wish spell.
Oh god, those are so easy to fuck up.
I noticed. Though I did have an equivalent
times.
exchange. What?
Cramp!
Thing. So. That was good, right?
No, not nice. Oh.
Doug's turn. Right down the middle. Let's see what he can do. Dead. Let's see. Roll 5d6s.
Where do you want me to draw the line for you, Michael, or you got it?
Got it. Luckily, he's just straight on, so makes it kind of easy for him.
That does make it very easy, but it also hits a good number of people.
I don't wear metal stuff, so.
It's not armor, it's everything.
Wait, what's getting hit?
Well, I'm saying,
Lightning
like
bolt?
that Rust Cube is like, I don't wear metal armor. No.
Oh.
Everything. Money goes poof.
Oh, damn.
Belt buckles go poof. Any backup weapons go poof. Can go poof. All of it can go poof. It's made of metal. Rust cubes or rust effects are unforgiving.
I also have some rust cubes.
I was saying,
Sam has 5 for his plan, and the boss has 5 out of the 10.
Never mind then.
Remember, we took those from you.
Right.
and you know who's got those right now, right?
Little Miss Magic Missile.
No, Little Miss Bombing Bird.
That's true.
The whole plan is for Seven to just go on continuous bombing runs.
And next up is Bill throwing. Doop-de-doop-de-doop-doop. He's going to go out in that kind of fashion through a straight line of those baddies.
Oh yeah, I forgot to give you, Squeaky, the list of what all Sam's bomb list was for you. Let me give
Done.
you that.
I kind of need that.
Really? Really? You think? Maybe?
That's your payload, little miss.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Okay. I am a heavy birdo.
Not really, considering you can carry your strength score, remember?
Fair enough. And I did get in little temporary boosties.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm going to nickname this farm Freedom.
Freedom?
Yes, Freedom.
Caca, motherfucker.
Freedom Bomber?
Caca.
Yes, I am a Freedom Bomber.
Caca, motherfucker.
Get fucked, motherfucker.
Caca.
Maybe after the victory, you can have a celebration.
Caca.
And then next is after Doug throws and then Bill throws. Next we have George, which is going to go right through the center of the Sons of Gun. And damage 18. Decent number. Well, this should help you guys out a little bit by thinning down some numbers.
Wait a minute, the boom is going to be lowered.
Oh,
There we go. Bless you.
I'm sorry for those who have ears.
There's a reason I have your
Oh,
sound
wow.
turned down.
Sorry, Seven.
it's okay. Just give me belly rubs.
Okay.
And on up to the next one. Decent shot. George isn't as worthless as he appears.
Woo! We found the one thing he's good at.
And that will take care of them. Little buddy will move up due to Estella's actions. Walter will stay right where he is and basically just pelt the Dread Warrior on the end with arrows, because he can do that. Well, one hit. He can kind of do that. And we have our resident mage.
Oh wait, that's a good mage. Never mind.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, God.
Here you go, Squeaky.
We just hate all spellcasters equally. We're kind of a mutual hating, non-denominational kind of hate.
Don't care, they all get fucked.
Not denominate. Never mind. I'll go in the corner and try to enunciate better.
See, you post that, and then all I think of is this.
Hmm?
We're an equal hating organization of dislike for spellcasters. All except for like Ash.
Yeah.
And Aaron will go in Magic Missile, the one that shot. And all of them will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Just start walking off toward the enemies. And that brings it around to bomb the order with Estella, who, since we jumped the gun, threw her javelin and does her thing and back around. So, what are you doing this turn? You got your blade out.
Yeah.
Got baddies. Holy water.
Yeah. Holy water.
Holy water. Holy water.
Holy water.
Where are you going to throw that 10-foot blast damage fun? Up to the other large group of Dread Warriors?
Yeah.
Around the middle?
Yeah.
Okay. Going to get within 10 feet, or are you going to try to throw it from further with negatives?
I'll throw it farther from with negatives because I am not dealing with that today.
Adam,
Never.
Okie dokie.
I don't know what you're talking about, Squeaky. I know nothing.
oh my god.
Were you
I didn't
targeting the
look at it.
baddie?
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
That is a miss, so I need you to roll a d8. As it wound up in one of the adjacent squares. 8. So starting clockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wound up getting over here instead. Unfortunately, it's not a direct hit, so those 4 will get splashed for 1 point of damage each.
Yeah.
So even a miss isn't a waste, at least.
Yeah.
Not as productive as you'd hope it to be, but you know, what can you do?
Internally scream.
Aim better? Yeah, I agree. Should have used your left hand instead of your right.
Bitch, I am left dominant.
Then maybe you should have tried your offhand.
Maybe.
Sam's turn, which you're delaying down after
I will
Doggo
delay my
moves.
entire turn till after Doggo.
So I will adjust you an Anish, and that will be Baddie's turns. 5, 10. Who am I kidding? Charge. Moving over. Moving over. And we have a con finally. Those looking forward. And enemies will move up with their battle axes and take their swings. +2 from charge. So that is, wow, not one.
Well, I got lucky.
16 would have hit you, so that is a swing and a miss. Strikes the ground. Next one will charge. Ooh, 30 upon George. Ouch. That's a hit.
Georgie boy. No.
And +3, so that's 7 damage. There's another tick upon the necklace.
Huh, they didn't hurt him that.
And the next one will charge. Another 30. Holy crap. And 7, that's 10 points. Well, that necklace is almost depleted. 2 points left on it. Guess who's taking 22 damages? And
Oh, hi, guys.
Bane dead, moving over. Coming after all of them as they run across the ground, scraping their claws. And Wolf's going over to attack all of them.
I thought you were smart. Excuse me for a moment.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, it's fine for me to leave.
I
Well,
ex-
AFK.
I expect the reason he moved over there was so that if they go after him, he just AoEs the entire area and then dusts his hands as they fall to the ground dead. I expect a big boom from all of them, or just lots of death.
Nah, he turns over and just pulls off his illusionary hat and says, I was undead and evil all along.
Doesn't matter, they're still going to try to kill him.
And then he leads them to victory against you guys. Nah, he's going to try to fight them away. And jumping over to the big, fun, nasty baddies. The Rams. Because that's when things just get all kinds of fun. All right. its lovely speed.
Only one thing it can really charge.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55 as it moves up.
It can move through allied squares?
It's not charging, it's basically moving up to here and
Oh.
then coming around.
Okay, I was gonna say, whoa, what the fuck?
If they were another square over, it probably would have gone ahead and trampled them, but it basically went a straight line and then went around the other Dread Warrior, which honestly, it could try to go through, but that's next round. And, fun fact, this thing looks like an undead ram with green mist coming from its mouth and hollowed out eyes for a skull, and is terrifying to look at, so everyone needs to make a will save.
Oh, shit.
Or become shaken for, like, the whole entire fight.
Well, because of my shitty will save. Because of my shitty wisdom. Here's Coheral's not.
I will
Luckily, it's
apply.
a crap save.
Hey, that's actually pretty good.
It really is.
I'm gonna apply bonus to get my racial. Holy fuck, I rolled a 2. Are you shitting me? My
Surprised
rolls
you
are
didn't
absolute
apply the
shit
vest to
tonight.
it.
So,
My rolls are absolute shit tonight.
Figure you would have applied the vest instead and kept your racial for damage reduction.
Yeah, but even if I'd applied the vest, Michael, that would have only been a 10.
Yeah, still would have fell short.
Even if I applied both, that's a 12, which still wouldn't be enough.
12's what you need.
If I'd gone all out, yeah.
Pretty much.
Shaken's -2 to damage as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright.
And the shaken lasts 4, and here's the real kicker. 5d6 rounds.
oh my god.
2 minutes.
I'm glad I survived. I'm glad I'm not affected by it.
That just removes that bonus. That's it. It counteracted the bonus to my attacks.
Bill will be frightened.
This is going to be a test. Please ignore.
Okay. And only a test of the emergency oh shit system.
Hey, at least you didn't roll in that 20. That would have been a waste.
It wouldn't
I
have
would have been
mattered.
angry.
Moving up, moving up.
Oh, hi, John. Go away.
You thought I was John, but it was me. Damn. Just kidding.
Shig.
Stab, stab,
Once-
stabby, stab, stab.
You know better.
Oh, always once a night. You know this.
Oh yeah, we did make that agreement, didn't we?
You fool. Alright. Catapults are being reloaded. Next round they'll be firing. Mages just stand present. And they will go ahead and do their most enjoyable action that everybody loves so much. And go all
Magic missile.
blurry.
Wait, what?
Oh, 50% miss
blink.
chance.
Oh. Wait.
They gotta
who
wait
goes-
3 rounds to do magic missile, so this is only round number 1. So they're gonna blink themselves.
Bastards.
And
Cheap bastards.
They don't
Oh.
have enough alcohol.
this is
I do.
where the fun continues. Archers, aim and fire. And
I have to
everyone in
wake
this
up early.
area,
So I can't.
Reflex. Okay, reflex.
reflex.
And I think I'm gonna take bolt damage. Just
I think you will.
Doesn't that also apply to their own guys?
They aren't targeting their own guys.
Aww.
They're basically hitting right here, pretty much going from Doug over to George and back down to Buddy.
So the back rank is not getting hit.
If we're
No.
going on until about 12:30ish, I'm gonna have to head off because I do have to wake up in the morning. Like,
We will probably only get halfway through the fight, so we probably got a couple more rounds, about 30 minutes. We'll probably cut off at 11
all right.
tonight.
What a cliffhanger!
Depends on how well you guys do. You may mow through them pretty quickly. All right.
And we may get mowed through it instead.
Yep.
Yeah. I wish I had Cleve.
All right.
This would be the perfect time for Cleve. Not gonna lie.
Everyone's going to take 2, so that's 3 points of damage.
That's fine.
And you have a second arrow in you.
Y'all have been applying it to your temporary life, right?
Yes.
I have.
Okay. Just making sure.
And that will get hit for full. We'll get hit for half, which is 1. We'll lose his temporary life. Little Buddy will get hit and take 3, which will bring him down to 6 life.
Little buddy, no.
And that is done for them. 7's turn.
I'm getting the fuck out.
At 140 altitude, big dust cloud you're right above. Where to? What to?
Let me check. Batu. Let's see. I'm going to. Actually, I'm going to double move to go off in this direction.
Not gonna move and drop another bomb of some kind?
Well, the problem is if that would be a double move, and then I'd be stuck over those guys for a turn.
Flying upwards?
Upwards is half movement. So double move would be that.
That puts you at
Actually, I had a
160.
question for the DM. How far up is that dragon?
It's the Wyvern's walking on the ground with the rider on its back and a cloud of green fog around it.
Okay, we're definitely double moving to go upwards and then going right here.
So upward will be at half movement. So
Yes.
You could do a run. Running fly.
it would just remove your dex.
But you'd be 200
Let's
feet up
see.
also.
I am going to do that, the running fly, and then be over here.
Put you about here where the other arrow is. $200 up at a range of pretty much everything.
All right,
And if they do
and
magic missile, it doesn't matter what your AC is anyway.
the 2 lieutenants up here in front of the archers will let loose 2 magic missiles as you fly over them, and hit you for 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Which the necklace takes. Yay.
Sam, your ready action kicks in, I believe,
Yeah, my
or
delay.
just your delayed.
My delay is my turn. I loose the arrow at it. Do I need to make an attack roll?
Ideally, yes, because if you whiff on a 1, you miss your intended cloud.
All right.
Otherwise, I'm not sure what kind of penalties you're taking for that kind of range. I imagine it's probably within the
It's a
range of a
-2.
longbow.
So
yeah,
I'll
just-
factor in the minuses in advance.
Just don't whiff to where you fall short or overshoot or way off to the side.
5 to hit the cloud.
Thankfully, to hit the ground is basically a 5, so 1 point lower and you would have win.
1 point lower is an auto fail because that would have been a 1. I rolled a 2
Like I
to
said,
do
you
that.
just don't roll the 1. It'd be like, and fire, and goes 40 feet short. It's like, well, crap.
And flaming arrow into cloud, and boom.
And boom.
Boom goes the dynamite.
The only question is, how much of a boom is 2 pounds of powdered flour?
Roll me 5d6s.
I guess that's an answer.
17 damage. How big a radius?
Well, zombies are dead, because that's a given. They're zombies. So no surprise there.
Oh, so it's at least a 15-foot radius.
Big fellas. I'm not even going to roll for reflex because, they have negatives for being
Ow.
large size and everything else. So, yeah, I'm just going to factor the damage because so much easier.
That's a waste of flour, but it's a good waste of flour.
It's not a waste of flour.
Nope.
What?
It was 7 bought that with 7's own money. That wasn't something anybody provided.
Huh.
Which
Never
also
mind
means 7 voluntarily fed your crew with his money.
True.
Because if we had more, we'd have had a bigger boom, but he had to feed your crew.
I did wind up spending what was left of my money on my crew.
But
Oh wow,
it's
that thing had a
your
20-foot
crew.
boom.
And just from the explosion
True.
and the shrapnel and such, boom.
I didn't know how big a boom it would be. I was hoping it'd be like 20 foot, and I'm like, oh,
Like a
it actually,
fireball, kind of.
it is a 20-foot boom. So much for a lot of those archers.
It doesn't completely go the full distance, but it's pretty decent.
Well, that guy was 20 feet.
So, yep.
It's
Kablamo.
awesome.
Kablooey.
And the catapult is on fire, but still functional because it didn't take over 20 points of damage. So it's one of those close but not quite, but you really would have hoped for a little bit more because it's its turn to, let loose a boulder next round.
What's the distance from Sam to it?
It's probably just going to add for
190.
aim for the large group of people.
That's not what I'm calculating.
All right. Yeah, it's pretty decent damage.
Although if it's on fire, that means it'll probably break next turn. Because wood
It'll
takes extra
burn.
damage from fire.
All right. Ullum's turn. Moves over. Fights Wolf. Has no life, so.
I still get my movement, Michael.
Mhm. You're moving up into combat? You're going to help the people on the front line getting swarmed?
Yeah?
A lady and a gentleman. For an
A
archer and
gentle lady?
gentleman.
I'm not
gentle
sure
lady?
what to make of that line.
An archer and a swordswoman.
And Michael, it's free action, drop bow, because I just need it for the one shot. And
Nope.
then move action, grab halberd as moving,
Mm-hmm.
which has the buff spell on it. So come on, ye fools. Provoke an attack of op. Let me see if I can hurt you.
Oh, Walter, you miss horribly. Although the other guy does pretty good with 5 points. With Magic Missile for Aaron, and he will move over to here to be behind a larger force. Tom will just simply move forward a little bit. And Alan will move over and punch the wolf skeleton and kill it. And the Bane Dead that has 6 life will get picked up and torn in two by an unseen force.
Okay.
Satan, is that you?
Nope,
No,
it's Uncle
Bob.
Bob.
Aw,
Sign this
Uncle Bob
contract.
does no. 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 Away.
Let me
Right.
guess. Be gone, thought.
No,
No.
Uncle.
Ah, man, I really wish I could have done that. I was so mad after not being able. Oh,
Be back in a few.
it would have been so epic if I did that.
And here I wish I had cleave. Oh well. Next level when I get a feat, I'll get that feat. Well, next level when I get a fighter feat, I mean.
All right, and George will stab the guy in front of him, hack him down with a sword. The boss will tumble past Sam and knife one of the Bane Dead in the face and drop it. And Chris will just stand there with the shield. And Ash's turn.
Let's see, I'm gonna attack. I generate my sword and I attack the one in front of me. And power attacking. Wow.
That is a hit. And that will dispense justice to it and put it down.
I know that's all I can. That's the end of my turn. I'm not gonna move up. Otherwise, I get swarmed.
All right, Estella's turn.
What to do? What to do? What to do? Oh, hi, Mark. We'll throw.
Who's Mark?
Yes. She's gonna throw a Mind Blade at that one. And then.
Okey-dokey. Throw your big old sword blade. Hiccups.
Yeah.
$17 will unfortunately not hit their AC as it gets stuck in the shield and then dissipates.
Alright.
Baddie's turns. We'll go over to Swarm Alum.
Something tells me that's a mistake.
And the Ram will take an attack at Doug. And pretty much everybody else in the party too. As it will basically trample the lot of you.
Oh no.
So pretty much straight line across from Doug through Sam.
Do we get an attack of Opera or not really?
Your choice. Reflex save or attack of op.
Gonna save my sanity and go with a reflex.
The red rams are supposed to be large size,
Oh shit!
but I didn't want to eat up as much room because animal riding mount, obviously.
Well, what are Doug and Bill gonna do?
Doug's gonna take a swing at because Doug with a 2. Bill's not gonna be a hero, and he's gonna try to roll and make it.
Well, I'm gonna take an attack off it. Hopefully, I can hit it.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to hit the thing. Come on. What?
That would be a hit. Damage is enough to drop it. So it will go through Doug, through Bill, through Estella, and into you as it slides, crashes into you as you hit it in the head.
I basically just stopped it in its tracks with my sword.
So it basically crashes into you, and you just basically ran your sword right into its head. It's like, oh, stop it, wham! Oh, got it. And basically saves George and Sam a saving throw or attack roll requirement. So you save them some damage. The rest of
save
you
my-
guys take 9 points.
Does that include me or no?
It does include you.
Oh, well, at least I took it out.
Yeah, you basically got a free attack of op, but yeah, unfortunately it happens at the same time you get ran over. So it basically sideswipes you and crashes to the ground and dies as you stick your mind blade and cut it. But you did get hit. Something's better than nothing.
I want all the things.
So you guys all take damage, and all right, baddies move up on ya, because that's what they do. Oh God,
Crits.
On who?
that crits on Doug.
Oof.
Oh, that's slashing damage, Adam.
Right on
Alrighty.
his, on his pretty face.
Slashing.
Bad part is it's an axe, so I'm concerned about the damage.
Well, it is double damage, so it's full as appropriate for an axe.
And they do have weapon focus.
Oh, they have weapon focus. My mistake. Shit, I know exactly which one they're doing. God damn it. Because option 1, Wing Tear. Double damage, target loses flight if it uses wings. Which is the
Pointless.
times 3 for axe. The other one is Brow Cut. Normal damage, 1d4 bleed. Target is blinded while bleeding. Now, since it's times 3, normal damage is actually 2x.
So times 2.
Yeah.
And he's going to be blinded till he gets some magic healing of goodness.
Or he makes a heal check upon himself.
Yeah. Ooh. Not a good time to have that happen.
Nope.
He's just far as screaming, no, my face, my beautiful face.
Ha! Fuck you, Doug.
And how much does that bleed for?
1d4.
1d4. At the beginning of his turn, right?
Yep. Just like ongoing.
Ooh. So he's bleeding, and he is
I'm
also blind.
bleeding out. I bleed out for you. For
And
you.
then next one against you, 28 to hit Estella.
Yeah, no, that hits.
And that's 10 points of damage.
All right then. It was nice having that amulet while I did.
Critical miss. Does not confirm. Rolling
John?
against George. Yeah, John.
Jojo.
J. Yeah. J is junior. Roll against Sam, 26 to hit.
Yeah.
Max damage +3, so that's 11.
Roger.
Oof. Rolling against the boss, 16 does not.
Why is this okay?
Other baddies attacking Ram Rider moving into position, and creature starts stamping its hoof. Guess what he's gonna do to you?
Charge.
Probably so.
Goody goody
I like-
gumdrop.
How Seven is just in his own little world of hell.
We're all in our own little worlds of hell.
I don't know, you're pretty much all bundled together.
True, it's a shared experience.
Speaking of sharing is caring, catapults.
Is burning and takes damage.
Does take damage. Roll a d6. Three. Ooh, so close.
That puts
And-
it to it's wood, so it takes half again.
So it's going to fire and become inoperable afterwards. But it will get that shot off as it crumbles and snaps and starts burning further. So 3 coming your guys' way.
Reflex save.
It is an attack roll.
Oh no.
They have it loaded. They are firing and... Oh, wait. It is reflex. That's even better for you guys. So let's see what the lottery gives us. 1, 2. Bill's our first target from the one that collapses. 3, 4, 5, 6. Sam is target number 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Ash is target number 3. So there's my reflex monkeys. Stella's just wedged in between 2 large boulders. She stood in the right place.
My one high roll.
Oh,
It's
Hey, I
better
got-
than mine.
So congratulations, you will take half damage.
Oh, thank goodness.
Bill will take 14 points. That's going to put him down to 12 life. You're going to take 19 for Sam, so half makes 18,
9.
so 9. And 10, so 5 for Ash. Not terrible.
That leaves my amulet at just 1, and it starts I could feel it, see it crumbling.
Yeah, but the fun part isn't over yet because followed up
missile?
with a volley of arrows.
You know, great.
Reflex save for everyone in the area as they basically are coming down on top of Chris. So that's from Sam all the way over to Doug, down to little Buddy.
Why?
Meanwhile, Seven doesn't need to worry about this, but he has his own problem.
He does have his own problems. All right, so we have 2 people that make the first volley, and then another set of rolls for the second volley. Oof, damage is going to be horrible this time around.
Mhm.
Second set of saves for those in the blast area. Stella, Ash, and Sam. Roll it.
Another set of. Oh my god.
It's 2 volleys of arrows.
So I
Oh.
succeed the first, but fail the second.
Pretty much.
Or because I was expecting a second. That's why. Like, okay. Then, oh my god,
It's
what?
like, dodge. Oh, thank God. What's that whistling? Whack. Ow.
Dude, who made the joke about fighting in the shade? God damn it.
Not me.
Stella, I need your second save.
Oh, grand.
Yeah.
You're a rogue. You can do this.
Oh,
You
now.
should.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, now. Now you do it.
So first one is 5 damage from the first arrow. Half would be 2 to those who made it. So 5 for you, Estella. 2 for Ash and Sam.
The thing breaks, and I only take 1 HP. Actually, start taking damage.
And that's 3
I take a total of
arrows.
9.
3 arrows, and Sam goes up on the counter for 1 arrow. Next one is 8, and that's 8 for Sam, 8 for Ash, and 4 for Estella. And that's another arrow in each of you.
Ow.
God.
All right, pin cushions. 4 arrows in Estella sticking, 4 in Ash, and 2 in Sam.
This
My
sounds like a
amulet
mechanic.
crumbles to dust, and I take 6 damage total.
Also, can we not have an arrow to the lung tonight, please?
Oh,
That's
wow.
only a crit card.
Throwback Thursday, am I right?
Pretty fucking
Uh,
much.
pretty much, if you take enough of these arrows, it will wind up that way.
Oh.
Sorry to say that. These are the kind of arrows that you'll find out shortly why I'm keeping count. It's not
That's pretty much why I just made my sounds like a mechanic quote, Michael.
Yeah. 2 there, and 1 tick there for them. All right. So Doug's got 3, Bill has 2, and John has 1. And Chris is unharmed. He's been staying there the whole damn time and seems unaffected.
But the fuck, how?
He's covered in bodies, dude.
Whatever.
And I think that covers most all bad guys, except for the mage lieutenants in the back, which will look at the doggo and guess what? Pop another set of magic missiles off. And you'll take 6 points as they pop you in the back as you're flying away.
That's 9 left. Here we go.
And we will come back around to stop the order with said doggo. We'll finish up this round and stop here.
Okay, so,
So what we got? Bird dog.
I'm going to move like 5 feet, fly like 5 feet. Whatever a 5-foot step would be in bird form. And I'm going to drop down onto the catapults. Actually, I should probably be like in between these two, but you get what I'm talking about. I'm going to drop rust cubes on the catapult.
Okay, do remember you have to move at half your movement speed while flying, otherwise you will fall out. Unless you have flight of good to be able to hover.
I do.
You do have good, so excellent.
Yes.
Wonderful. You do have to make like an attack roll and actually hit your intended target. So
Okay.
dropping them only gives them like a 50-50 chance to go off. Actually throwing one will guarantee 100%. Because
Well, then
I'm pretty
we
sure you
are
can hit an AC of 5.
throwing them.
It's a ranged attack, so it's dex, which in bird form you have good dex.
Hey, birdie.
Yep.
Give me a little itchy.
I mean, you can drop them all out and you have 50-50 chance per one to go off, or you can basically
All you gotta do is throw one, the metal
Chunk
bindings fall
one.
apart.
and hit an AC of 5 and it will go off and start eating away at it with rust for a D6 a round.
I don't know how to make a ranged attack.
First page. On the character sheet.
Scroll the way down. It should be there.
And flop back.
Keep having to refresh the page because it's glitching.
That is a hit. And the square below you in a 5-foot burst will become a mist of green. Well, sorry, red. And you'll basically hear creaking as it's going to be eating away at it over the next 3 rounds.
Lovely.
You can keep throwing more to help speed up the process if you want, or you can fly off next round. Your choice.
Okay.
Jumping over, Sam's turn. And
5-foot step.
mhm.
And shank the one in front of me. Sorry, I had to... One moment. Correct numbers, correct numbers. Alright, and this is already with the penalties. 18 to hit.
For the one right in front of you, that's on the nose. And it has 10 life, so in the grave it goes. Down.
I did a 5-foot step to start getting away from cloud of arrows.
Alam's turn. Punches injured skeleton dog. Kills it. And other Bane dead next to him gets picked up and torn in half and thrown to the ground in pieces. So another one bites the dust. And he will take a 5-foot step over. Next up, Ash's turn.
See where I was looking over at 7, so time to attack the one in front of me and Estella.
Okie dokie.
Power attacking, of course.
Do it.
Damn it, Chris. Why do you gotta stand there?
Swing and a miss as you catch mostly just shield. And splinters go. Estella. Your turn.
5-foot step.
Stepping back.
And gonna pull out those arrows.
Okay, so standard action to remove an arrow.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. I gotta pull up the list for that because fun ensues. Boom, boom, boom. All right, you pull it out, and you take 5 points of damage.
Barbed arrows.
Fun.
That's one out.
I hate this island.
And it hates you. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's kind of noticeable.
Death to the living.
Shut up, Shig.
And that'll bring it back up top of the order if Estella's done, and we will stop here on time or early, as we see it, to where you can pick up the fight next time with all I'm trying to keep some of the baddies away from you guys, and you guys having the brunt of the enemy forces, with the catapults having 2 more rounds to reload, and the mages coming down to their turn of being able to magic missile everybody this round. Yeah.
Phew.
Well, I'm going to have to bid you all a fair night.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream.
Uh,
Fair